We got just 15 fourth-quarter points for you guys after a productive offensive game. To that point, did you see something change process-wise offensively? Did shots not go in? What you flipped in that period?
Well, the real question should be, why do we give up 68 points in the first half and only 44 in the second half? And that's because in the second half, we played like a together team that was supporting each other and not like strangers, okay? And that's how this has got to be. We're having too much petty nonsense going on during games that needs to go away.
Can you share any specifics
No,
on that? Okay.
I can't.
Yeah. Well, you changed the opening group, I think, at halftime. What went into that decision? How much do you feel like those changes helped you guys with those defensive improvements?
I haven't looked at the game yet, so I can't really give you a 100% answer on that. We did win the quarter. That was a positive. You can look at the stat sheet and see what the plus-minus look like. Plus-minus tends to be noisy. So, it's not the be-all, end-all, but it's not nothing.
What were some of those defensive connection things that you felt were much better in that second half that you just referenced?
We were tied together. We were concerned with the play that was happening right now and the play that was going to be immediately happening next, and not whether or not we were touching the ball or getting a shot or not getting a shot. Just that kind of stuff. It's not what this organization's about. It's not what this team is about. It's not what this franchise is about. It's not what this ownership has stood for more than 4 decades. And, everything from little distractions with officials to everything else, it's just that stuff's got to go away. It's pretty clear our margins for error are really non-existent. And we get distracted by unnecessary things that are unrelated to the urgency required in NBA basketball to move from event to event.
I guess I know you said you don't want to elaborate too much on the specifics. I certainly don't want to name names, but I mean, how long do you feel like this has been an issue? How long do you think you've seen petty things?
It was an issue in the first half, and it's been an issue in enough other games this year that it's a concern. It's just. And look, in the second half, we showed what we're capable of and how we're capable of playing together. Fighting for a crowd that is paying good money to watch us play and watch us try to win. And so, look, the first half there were too many wild ups and downs. We go on a run and get up 6 or 8, and then they go on a 10-0 run. That kind of stuff is avoidable. It's avoidable with concentration and connectedness. Okay, and so we've got to be more connected.
I want to ask about just the last play. I mean, just what we
were trying to score, didn't work out.
Okay. Did anything hold you up on that? I mean, I know you can't give too much away as far as the play design, but I mean, did you get the shot that you wanted, or did they do anything to break it up?
Well, I mean, we got a shot, but obviously you want a better shot, and so it was a tough play.
But you mentioned, I know you said plus minus is noisy, but Micah Potter comes out and starts.
Micah Parsons plays for the Green Bay Packers.
I got it.
I'd like to have him on our team right now.
That would help. Did I say Parsons?
You were about to. You started to.
Yeah.
You started to.
I cut it off. What did you like about his game, obviously? And I know that number's noisy, but
you watch him.
How he's getting.
You watch him. He's only into the moment and into appreciating being in the NBA, being on a team, trying to do his part. One time he came out of the game, he's trying to get the crowd going. I mean, it's what we need. It's what we need.
What obviously Ben comes back today, Shepard. What he stands out, goes 4-4 to start the game. What did you like about his return? Basically, what I guess what kind of things you had to
I like that he's an NBA player. That's one thing, and we need as many NBA players as we can get. I thought he played very, very well, considering he's been out for 5 weeks or whatever it's been. It's been, it's a long road back, and so very, very pleased, with how he played. He does what he does, he runs, he rebounds, he plays with tremendous energy, plays the right way. You know, he just did a lot of good things.
Aaron, you guys were scoring with good frequency the first 3 quarters, then just 15 points in that fourth. Did you feel any shift offensively for you guys? Did you just miss what to you changed in that period?
I think we missed a couple easy ones. You know, we missed some layups. You know, we had a kill cut layup we missed, had a drive kick swing, drop off layup we missed. So, you know, if we convert on those, turns into 24 points in the fourth. You know, probably win the game. So, just some unfortunate misses.
Rick said the last play got blown up. What'd you like about the look that you did end up taking?
Yeah, last play got blown up a little bit. They did a good job of covering it. I thought I had less time than I did. Could have took more time on the three, set my feet, and made the shot. But, you know, it's a look we'll take.
Rick just said that he feels like there was too much petty nonsense going on that needed to go away today. Did you feel any of that? Did you feel like you guys cut it out in the second half? What do you think of that?
I mean, there may have been a little petty nonsense, but I think it all comes from a good place. You know, I think our competitive spirit in this game was pretty high. You know, sometimes that bleeds over into, you know, disagreeing on calls or, you know, a guy's help. And I think that's, you know, I think we could take some positives from that. Like, guys are tired of losing. And, you know, we want to hold each other accountable to a higher standard again. So, you know, I think we could do nothing but grow from that.
Just to elaborate on that a little bit, I guess, obviously you've been watching most of this for the last, as you've been rehabbing and everything like that. Have you seen that from a distance? I mean, like, what have you seen as far as where guys have been at mentally, how they've operated among each other, and what do you think has gone well and what do you think has to be fixed?
You know, I think we just got to stick together, man. Like I said, hold each other accountable to a higher standard like we've done in the past, and we'll figure this thing out. I think we are figuring it out. I think we're moving in a positive direction, and we just going to have to keep stacking days.
I mean, Rick did say he liked a lot about the second half. He said that it seemed like it was operating as a close team. Obviously, you guys weren't scoring a lot, but defensively, you were able to hold them back and stay in this game. And what did you like about how you guys operated?
I liked the way we fought. You know, we talk about playing faster. We've been playing at a slower pace this season. I thought we kicked the ball ahead some. We moved. We played a little more random. And then we got a little stagnant in the fourth, like you said. But, you know, I think that just comes with maybe a little wind, a little tiredness, legs are getting a little heavy. But we gonna do it for 48 again, so that's all it is.
What's it been like for you physically coming back? I mean, I think you played 31 today, 10 rebounds. I mean, how much are you feeling? To what extent are you feeling like yourself again?
I mean, I'm getting there. I'm getting tired quicker than usual. So you know, the wind got to catch up. But you know, I was shorting a lot of my shots today, so got to get the legs underneath me. But I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I'm happy. You know, with how I'm integrating myself back into the offense, defense, and, you know, kind of a leadership role on the team. So we just continue to get better. I'll be all right.
I did want to ask you about Paolo. You obviously, you know, you stopped him a couple times before that bucket he gets with 7.5. What did you like about what you were doing on him? I guess, how did he, get you on that play?
You know, he made a nice spin move. You know, we stuck to our defensive game plan at the time, so I didn't have any help. He made a good spin move, made a tough layup. That's what good players do.
We talked a lot about just kind of how that second half looked a lot different. So kind of maybe talk about what can you take from this game going into you're starting a new year. What can you take from this game that was so positive and bring it into the next?
Our fight.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought we fought well. You know, I think in the past, in previous games, when teams go on a run, we've kind of laid down and let the run and let go of the rope a little bit. Today, we held onto the rope. We scratched, we clawed, we fought. We did make some tough shots, got some timely stops. And, you know, those are the positive things you could build on, you know, moving forward into 2026.
Drew, what did you feel, if anything, shift offensively in that fourth quarter? You guys scored just 14 or 15 points in that frame.
In the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
We only scored 15 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Couldn't really tell. I feel like we got a bunch of good looks that we just didn't knock down. Yeah. I'm not exactly too sure. I gotta watch it back.
Rick went to Aaron and Micah to start the second half. That group played together a bunch down the stretch. What did you, I mean, of course you played with Aaron a bunch, but how did that quintet fit together, and what was it like having Aaron back with that group?
Yeah, Aaron's always nice because we just have that chemistry. You know where he's going to be. You know what he brings to the table all the time. Competitive, flies around, plays hard, competes, shoots a three. So it's comfortable playing with a guy like that I've got a lot of reps with. And then Micah just, you know, knows the game, plays hard, physical. kind of just fits in where he's a good hooper. You know, he's had a lot of experience and can just kind of fill in.
Rick was talking about you guys' defensive improvement in the second half and said you guys cut out some petty nonsense. Did you notice some of that in the first half? What went away? What made that all better in the second half?
Yeah, I mean we're losing, so guys are naturally going to get more competitive. We want to win the game. We're going to bicker at each other a little bit, but I think it's just at the end of the day, it's coming from a place of trying to win the game, and I think it showed in the second half. We just kind of came together, got more connected. I think that's where we have to focus on going forward. Keep the focus in the game.
Rick said he feels like he's seen that in enough other games to call it a problem and, you know, kind of call it out. I guess, have you seen that? Have you seen some examples of petty nonsense or saying stuff, I guess, that you wouldn't want to hear as a teammate? And is that something that you guys would try to cut out?
I'm not really too focused on that stuff. I mean, he probably is watching guys more and sees those things. But, yeah, that's for him to kind of point out.
I mean, we've been pointing out that you guys scored 15, they scored 18. I guess, what did you feel like? You know, they were obviously get a lot done in the paint, but they were 3 of 21 from 3. You guys caused 19 turnovers. What did you like defensively as a whole, even against a team that's really physical that was able to get it to the rim?
I thought we did a good job with the one-on-one battles. There was a lot of Paulo and kind of like ball screen actions with their guards. I think we just competed a lot on that side of the floor in the fourth, second half especially.
What, I guess, without giving too much away, I mean, what did they, do to blow up the last play on the sideline out of bounds and get you a tougher shot than you wanted?
Made the catch a little tough, and we probably caught it a little farther away from the hoop we wanted. But, you know, those are plays that the game has come down to that point. It's like it's not on that play, you know. There's a lot of other things that we could have cleaned up in order to get that win.
You mentioned Aaron as a guy who, you know, kind of you always know where he's going to be. Obviously, gets Shed back as well. He starts 4 of 4. Just what's it meant just to get those two guys back that are just such good connectors and seem to obviously fit in and certainly have a lot of experience with this group?
Yeah, exactly what you said. Connectors, competitive. They fit well with the group. A lot of experience with us. Know what they're doing out there.